symbol of the nomadic world, sport that unites cultures, born on the wind. The symbol of the nomadic world is movement. The nomads perceived life in the form of a river that originates high in the sky, where Tengri rules the world from. And here on earth, the faithful friend of a nomad has always been a horse born of the wind and steppe. Stay with me and learn what type of sports originated from this friendship. Famous Kazakh scientist Viktor Zaybet made a discovery. The horse was domesticated more than 6,000 years ago on the territory of modern Kazakhstan. Since then, this noble animal was destined to follow the man relentlessly and share with him all the hardships of the nomadic lifestyle. In our program, we will understand how the horse became the best friend of the nomad and how the nomad civilization developed with its help. Therefore, national sports for the most part are also directly related to this intelligent and noble animal. The nomads started training their horses starting from when they turned 1 year old. Travelers and people coming from other regions never understood why the nomads trained their horses so early on. But in reality, the horse that was accustomed to physical exercise from an early age grew more resilient and ready to travel long distances. It is impossible to imagine a nomad without a horse. But the idea of horses will be incomplete without horse racing, such as the bayghe. Races on super long distances called nomad bayghe have been preserved only among the descendants of the nomads. Unlike traditional races with a length of 1 to 10 kilometers, the race distance in nomad bayghe reaches 15, 25 and even 51 kilometers. We were lucky we were able to get on the test run for nomad bayghe. It involves 4 horses and 4 riders. Absolutely no stirrups, just like the ancient nomads. I see some spectators over there. The riders have already made 2 rounds and now will be the 3rd round and probably the finish. Let's see how the audience will react this time. Surely they are rooting for someone. This is a preliminary race for horses which are on the racing track for the first time. There are no prizes involved and not too many viewers, but according to the result of the stage, the co-organizers can determine which horse is ready to enter the real nomad bayghe. There are few horses. I see that there are only 2 horses that will approach the finish line. In nomad bayghe, the horses race at a speed not exceeding 25 kilometers for the main part of the distance. They accelerate speed closer to the finish line. Some horses can speed up to 48 kilometers. And now we see the final acceleration of the riders. Go, go! Well, I think the winner can be seen at the start. The guy in a bright jacket, I immediately liked him. I knew he would win. From an early age, the boys in the steppe were raised as the future batirs. But a horseman could be called a batir only if he found the right horse for himself. The word batir in Kazakh means a strong warrior. These batirs played a crucial role in history. They helped defeat the enemies and invaders of their homeland.
Они символизировали, во-первых, силу этого государства, силу рода.
They symbolized, first of all, the strength of the state, of the tribe. Not everyone could be named a batir. They had to prove themselves many times in fights for entertainment and a war front. Batir was not just a strong man. He was a strategist, an army general. Batirs were highly respected among the common people.
В народе он не каждому присваивался, и не каждый мог ему соответствовать.
These concepts are alive today. Young Jiggits try to follow the traditions of their ancestors. They are excellent riders and train strength and dexterity. I participated in motorcycle races several times, but never won. There is one Jigit here which is said to have won several horse races. I just want to shake hands with him. Hey, what's your name? Aybek. Aybek, I want to shake your hand. You've won many baige. This is Aybek. He's very modest. Champion of the Republic of Kazakhstan, a multiple champion. How many cars did you win? 16. He won 16 cars. Can you imagine? I will not disturb him because he cannot stop. Now he's training. Well, he's very modest. You see yourself. The winners should be this way. He's outstanding. Any nomadic equestrian games in the past had a dual purpose. On the one hand, it was an effective means of education, on the other, an effective training of Jigits for war. Therefore, these games allow the young men to build important qualities like dexterity and strength, fearlessness or accuracy. In the myths of the ancient Greece, there is a special creature with a human head and torso and horse body, centaur. The Greeks described them as terrible, warmongering and formidable creatures. But there is a quite logical hypothesis that centaurs are the fruit of the imagination of sedentary peoples. The image that occurred when they saw a rider on horseback for the first time. They perceived a human on a horse as this creature. In the descriptions of the ancient Greeks, the centaur was depicted as being armed with a bow and arrow. Well, for many centuries ago, the nomads used bows and arrows not only as weapons, but also equipment for sports competitions. The competition of shooting a target with a bow and arrows while riding a horse is called jambiatu. When you ride a horse, the main thing is not to be afraid of the animal, because horses feel your fear. These are living creatures. When we start the movement, you have to let go of the lead. That means you must completely trust your horse. When you start to gallop, you need to rise on your feet above the horse's back. Hold your legs firmly on both sides. Lift yourself up and let go of the lead. We'll let go of the lead rope. Then we take the arrows, but the horse will accelerate on its own. They are trained to do so. When you let go of the lead rope, they will pick up speed. Well, let's do the first shoot like this. On the go. And from what distance do I need to start to shoot? Here we're approaching the target. As you approach, then you can start targeting. Okay, this was my first attempt. I can try better the second time. So I target and I shoot. Yes, I hit it. Did you see that? To shoot with a bow while in motion, one needs special skills. Serious physical training and instant reaction are crucial qualities. To pull the string, one needs strong hands. To be able to see a target at a gallop, one needs good eyesight. Maintaining composure is utmost important at all times.
Ну, что касается стрельбы из лука, то кочевые луки, начиная с X века и дальше, постоянно увеличивались.
This is a nomadic bow. Starting from the 10th century onwards, it was constantly increased in strength. This is a short equestrian bow, most suitable for equestrian combat. To ensure the takeoff speed of an arrow is high, the bow strings are attached tight. This allows for an increased tensity. This ensures the highest rate of fire. Well, it is believed that a good archer can shoot 3 arrows in 1 second, while now I approximately spend about 5 seconds to release 1 arrow. There was a certain manner of shooting among the nomads. The bow is short. Stretch it with your fingers. As they shoot in Europe, fingers are compressed. The string is very tight. In order to shoot comfortably, I do not give a load to the finger, but to the ring. This is the peculiarity of the nomadic shooting.
Поэтому, чтобы стрелять комфортно, я нагрузку беру не на свою ткань, а на кольцо. И натягиваю, стреляю, соответственно, кольцо. Вот в этом особенность стрельбы.
One of the most widespread equestrian games among the Kazakh men is called kokpa. This sport requires not only physical strength but also courage and bravery. In the old times, this game helped bring up future warriors, train their tactical thinking skills. The game was played between teams, and in each of them the roles were clearly distributed between the players. Someone had to run away with a goat skin, others had to protect him from his rivals, and others to bring the goat skin to the targeted destination. In fact, it was a rehearsal for a future battle. I have no words. You have seen all for yourselves. Timur, how often do you train? Kokpa was also perceived as a peculiar rite of initiation for young men. The players must be incredibly strong. The weight of a goat carcass reaches 60 kilograms, but also endurance and courage. However, these qualities were necessary for almost the entire life of a nomad. That is why the steppe civilization owns many types of equestrian sports. Some of them in modern life have become the job of only the stuntman.
Так.
Ногу в стреме.
Ногу в стреме. Как там?
Держимся.
So I'm putting my feet in the stirrup,
Переносим ногу.
Сюда.
holding on to the bow. I transfer my weight to the right. We insert my foot here.
Так.
No, no, no. Move your foot here.
Вот эту
Oh,
ногу.
like that.
Ага. И вот
вот так
здесь
вот.
замок.
Under the knee.
Так.
More under the knee. This one can be bent a little.
Вот так. И вот эту немножко можно согнуть, чтобы замок не вылетел. Ага.
And now I need to dive there.
Держимся вот так, наоборот, отсюда. Нет, вот отсюда. Ага.
Hold on, like this. Get over here. Take more and dive in.
Так, а это колено
Замок,
как?
замок, замок.
So on this knee,
Колено у
where
меня
does it
вот я
go?
так не могу, наверное.
Не-не-не. Ты прижми вот это. Ага, вот. Немножко, знаешь, как... Сейчас.
My knee is stubborn. I cannot dive.
Они
No,
уперлись в седло.
press it, so.
Подержи, попробуй. А ты
A little bit like that.
выпрямляй.
На ноге, да?
Выпрямляй
My
ногу.
knees are getting in the way. They get stuck across the saddle. Let me help you.
Там где, там где, там.
And where do I put my hand?
Всё, я с той стороны.
It's on my foot here, right?
Ага,
Help me.
Так, так.
Where is it? Oh, I got it. I'm stuck.
Тяни. Ага, стяги, тянись сюда.
Так.
Ну, у тебя уже...
Now reach here, like this. You have dissolved the lock and now, that's all.
Ты распустил замок и уже... Все.
In short, a bad dancer's legs get in the way and a bad rider's knees get in the way, I'm sure.
Молодец, для первого раза. очень
You're doing great for the first time.
Стоило
Well, this was worth it.
Так, а есть полегче трюки?
Давай сделаем на этот.
So, are there any easier stunts? I can jump off the horse like this. Well, as you can see, the art of stuntmanship on a horse is actually the result of many years of training. It looks easy and effortless on the arena, but it really is hard work. But for our ancestors, it was just an ordinary life. In fact, much of what the nomadic civilization has left us lives a sport only in the present modern life. One more ancient sport like that is Audarispak.
Бұл жерде аударыспақта енді
Jiggits who are strong in spirit and with a strong forearm participate in Audarispak.
сол үшін бұл жерде белдің ат
They must be great horse riders. And now the techniques of the Kazakh wrestling, Qazaqstan kures.
күресінде прем мысалы қазақша күресінде премда мысалы келеді.
Audarispak players should have well-developed back muscles. During the game, they have to shift the center of gravity. Keeping balance in such an unstable position is extremely difficult, so a healthy trained back is important.
Белбеуден ұстаған кезде, мысалы, білектің күшімен
When a horseman grabs an opponent by the belt, he rests against the stirrup and starts pulling the opponent over. Then the outcome of the combat depends on the strength of the forearm.
белбеуден ұстап, қарсыласты
And if a player can throw an opponent out of the saddle, this is considered a pure victory.
келе салған кезде, басыла салған кезде, ана қарсыластың аяғынан көтеріп жіберіп, кеудесін итеріп, аттан түсіріп тастаған кезде де таза жеңіс беріледі.
The player's legs must also be strong. If the leg muscles are strong enough, then the rider doesn't lose control on the horse during the fight. But it is also an intelligent and strong animal that can help the rider in the heat of the fight. Nomads have always been able to recognize the future horse toolbar in a foal. They paid attention if a foal differed in mobility and playfulness, if he was obedient to a man, was not shy or obstinate. The nomads believed they could train a great toolbar in this case. There is a legend about how a nomad got a friend, a horse. A strong wind howled across the steppe, with frightening every living creature. This wind lifted the sand off the ground. The sand cloud rose like a pile from which came a horse. That is why the nomadic people consider that the horse was born of the wind. And today, after millennia, this noble animal is an integral part of our modern life.
Ну, процесс коневодства сам по себе очень трудоемкий. Всего в мире насчитывается более 250.
The horse breeding process is a very laborious process. There are more than 250 farms that breed high breeds of horses. In Kazakhstan, there are more than 10 breeds of horses. These are horses that are used for races, sports and various equestrian disciplines. The most common is a thoroughbred known for its use in horse racing. We also breed the carcass horses and the Arabian breed. These are the breeds that are widely present in the racing world.
Порода лошадей, тоже верховая, и арабская порода лошадей. Это те основные локомотивные породы, на которых держится именно скаковая отрасль.
Most of the nomadic equestrian heritage embodied in the national equestrian games can be enjoyed at the ethno festivals. Here you can see a young man chasing a girl on horseback, a tradition called kisku, catching a girl. Another game, kumis alu, has become part of circus performances. At a full speed, a rider bends down and picks up coins tied in handkerchiefs. It is difficult to tell about all the games of the nomads in one program, but it is worth noting that it is these games that today have become a unifying link between the representatives of the nomadic world from different countries.
Моңғол халқы да біз сияқты көшпенді халықтардың бірі. Ол біздің ол көшпенді бәрібір түркі тектес халық қой.
The Mongols, like the Kazakhs, were the nomadic people, and they have a special relationship with horses. In the way they take care of horses, train them. They know horses.
Монғолияның салт дәстүр тіршілігімен біте қайнап өскеннен кейін бе біздің әкеміз де сол монғолдармен қатты жолдас болған кісі.
The Mongols can travel to far places to see a good baigye. Even at small celebrations like weddings or anniversaries, horse races are sure to be organized. These celebrations always feature horse races and kisku, Abdurrispak, Tengealu.
Қалай да болуға тиісті міндетті дүние болады. Қандай той болды, о жерде ат жарысы болады, қыз қуу болады, көкпар болады, аударыспақ ойыны болады, жерден теңгілі ойыны болады.
Today, equestrian competitions stemming from this steppe culture gather many spectators from Hungary, Mongolia, Ukraine, Uzbekistan, Bashkortostan, Tuva, Dagestan, Sakha, the Republic of Altai, Kalmykia and Buryatia. This is an evidence that all these cultures have a lot in common. Luck is changeable in sports. Today you are the winner and tomorrow you can be defeated, just like in life. But the main thing is to have a loyal friend nearby, and for Kazakhs, such a friend has always been a horse. Our ancestors had a saying, a nomad without a horse is like an orphan. He is the unluckiest man in the world. Kazakhs believed in three major life events. Those were a birth of child, a birth of a healthy fowl, and a visit of a poet. I wish you all the best, dear friends. This was Ethnosports.
Программа «Этноспорт».